Hey everyone, this is Judi with JLBCrafts. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. Today I'm going to be planning in my dashboard planner, which I use for social media, for the week of September 13th through the 19th. And no, your eyes do not deceive you. I have two different planner sheets here, going way outside the box on this one, combining multiple themes. And I'm going to do... I have this Far East paper pad, scrapbook paper pad. I got it last year from Joann's, but as I mentioned last week, they carry the same paper pads for months, if not years at a time. They just have like standard paper pads, so you might be able to get this. I love this paper pad. It really, even though this stuff is more of a Chinese design, it just makes me think of my time in Asia. I spent time working in Shanghai and more time working in Tokyo, and so let's talk about how I decided on this theme. I see all the time people getting planner block and not knowing what theme to decorate for. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about the winding road that took me to deciding on a monotone, monochromatic, vintage Asian theme. So these are all the different themes I know about. If you know about more, let me know. I set this page up usually during my monthly move-in video, and then as the themes are published by the different owners, I fill this page in. So what I've got here is a column for each week of the planner month, and then I fill in the different themes. So this very first one is the challenge that I'm the leader of, the HPTNT challenge. That is based on our Facebook group, Happy Planning Tips and Tricks. And your tips and tricks, you do not have to, it's happy planning. So any planner, bujo, whatever you want to use, join our group. We're all about the tips and the tricks. And so our theme for this week is monochromatic. And I use the little, I mark a letter in each of the little boxes to remember which planner I had planned to do the theme in. So I had actually planned on doing monochromatic in my lettering planner, but I haven't gotten there yet. It's Vintage is by Plannable September 2021. And I love vintage, as you guys well know, but I thought to myself initially, well, I just did vintage a couple of times, so maybe I won't do that. And then I also look up all the wacky holidays for the given calendar week. In this particular case, it's anything that falls from the 13th to the 19th. And it's the 13th is Fortune Cookie Day. So those three ideas kind of coalesced in my head. I thought about having this Asian paper pad, and I remembered that some of the pages in it had a kind of a vintagey feel. A lot of the pages actually have a vintagey feel. And then so I was actually thinking I might use this one, but I just did a spread with a bunch of browns. And if you guys have been following my channel for a long time, you know that green is my favorite color. So I pulled out this sheet, which looks like old, I think my light's a little bright. It seems to be washing things out. There we go. So you can see kind of the cracks, and there's some Asian writing with some cursive writing over top, and it's green. I just love it. So it kind of fits, it kind of combines all three themes, right? If I stick with green stickers on the right hand side, then I can do, I'm sticking kind of monochromatic. It's also vintage, and it kind of fits the fortune cookie theme, really. I mean, I'll see if I can find some fortune cookie stickers. I don't really plan on doing that, and that's not really a theme per se. It's just actually kind of what kicked me into there. So enough about that. Let's go ahead, and so I'm just going to replace the left-hand side like I do. I love using sheets like this that are relatively unbusy pattern-wise, because then I can write right on the page. I don't have to add a box. So if that's something you're interested in trying yourself, take it easy on yourself. Pick a page that's not super busy, and that way you can write in a dark pen right on the page, and you don't even need to find box stickers for it. I pulled this page out of one of the dashboard planners I have because it's got this green box here. And since I'm going to replace this page, I don't really need to worry about it. So let's go ahead. That's why I have mismatched pages, because the yellow is going to get completely covered up. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, I will speed this up because I do this all the time. Look for the playlist on my channel for scrapbook paper spreads. That will include anything from using scrapbook paper in the spread to covering up the pages like I'm doing today. That covers a plethora of different ways of using scrapbook paper. So I've got my ruler marked for the height and width of the page. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut the page down to size. Okay, so there we go. There's my left-hand page and my right-hand page. They match up pretty well. Liking it so far. This I will leave off to the side. I just need to franken plan against that. Okay, so first things first, let's get a September and a YouTube video sticker and some other stickers. All right, so I pulled my cutting mat and my clear date covers, and I want to pick a September that's going to kind of pull in this font, pull it across the page. And it's kind of a slanted, maybe this one. Yeah, that's cute. All right, let's cut that out. So I'm just going to kiss cut it, which means I'm going to cut lightly with an X-Acto knife, with a craft knife, so that I cut mostly just through the clear matte sticker paper layer and not the backing layer. If I do cut through the backing layer, it's not a big deal though. Grab my tweezers. All right, let's just put this up here where it would normally go. There we are. All right. I also pulled my YouTube video stickers, and then I'll probably just use a couple of these labels as well. So let's go ahead. I love that this green matches. That way I can just put this right over top. So for bullet points on the right hand side, I'm going to be trying to pull in as much green as I can. So I pulled these washi tape dots. I got these on AliExpress. It's the Asian equivalent of Amazon. And it is linked in the description box of almost all of my videos. I just really liked the ombre because it went from kind of a yellowy light green down to a dark green. So I'm going to use these over here. I have my pointy tweezers. These are for applying artificial eyelashes. I got these off Amazon. They're linked in the description box as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and speed this up while I put my 5 to 6 dots on each day. Excellent. I love using ombre dots. It's so pretty. Okay. For my to-do lists, I think, let's see. I'm going to just use my stencil and write those in black. I think I want to keep with the circles, so I'm going to use the circle stencil. I'm going to put about 8 on each side, and I'm just going to grab a really fine tip pen. This is the Arteza Inconic 0.4. And I'm going to put about 7 or 8 bullet points on each row. But before I do that, I got to figure out how I'm going to do my action words. So I think I'm going to use ideas and filming. I just got to decide, am I going to stick them right on the page, or do I want to go ahead and stick them inside some kind of box? And to help me make that decision, I probably should figure out what I'm going to do with my stat boxes over here. So for my stat boxes, I thought I would use the colorful boxes. I think this is the second colorful boxes because it's got a greenish yellow section and a greenish blue section. And I hardly ever use these. So I thought I could do tone on tone maybe for these and stick the word inside. So will that fit? Yes, it will just barely fit. So I could use a couple greens from there. And then I thought I would use these for my stat boxes. So, and I did get the question the other day, exactly what stats do I track? So I'm an engineer. I'm all about numbers and trends and whatnot. So I track my change in followers for YouTube and Instagram in these boxes. Each day I look at what my number is at, and write that number down. So there are, let's see, I have 2 copies of this book in here put together. So if I use like these boxes, and I think these match kind of nicely, this minty-ish color, I will have enough of these. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna rotate through the different colors or shapes, because they're set up a tiny bit different, each one. Getting lots of green, lots and lots of green. Okay, and then let's pick a couple. I think I want boxes that are gonna contrast a little bit. I mean, technically I don't really even need them. I don't really like any of those, actually. Let's look at the other green. That was the greenish yellow section. There's also a greenish blue section. Here we go. Let's see what we got there. This minty is pretty nice. You know what? I think I'm going to skip it because, and here's why. It's got some silver foil on it, and I have some washi tape I might want to use that's got more goldish foil. So we're just going to let the underlying pattern show through, and I'm going to go ahead and put these on and draw my circles under. So I'm going to flip this over just to help me decide where to put this one. I know this one I'm going to stick right under September. That looks like I picked a pretty good font too, so. Okay, there's filming, and then ideas or themes. Let's go themes. So I'm just gonna go ahead now and draw in about 8 bullet points on each side. It's not the last week of the month, so I don't need a ton of extra ones. Excellent. I like it. When I write it over that with black pen, I think it's gonna show up really nicely. Okay, next let's do habit trackers. So I pulled my combined habit tracker book. So I just took the habit tracker pages out of different sticker books and put them all in here. I don't need monthly, I need weekly. These are nice and dark, and they would give some contrast. Did I write down what book this came out of? I did not. I think that it came out of one of the Park Lane sticker books, or maybe the Recollections. If there were 3 green ones, I could use those, especially since they look kind of vintagey. But there are only 2. Ooh, what about these? Super green, but it kind of matches that green. I'm just bringing all the shades of green. So I could, and there are 3, and I could actually, cheers to the weekend, I could put that down here to kind of bring the green onto both pages. These are from the Socialite sticker book from a few years ago. I think I'm going to do that. Let's do that. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is just put them 3 evenly spaced across there. And they're a strong enough green that I feel like they stand out okay on the green page. Green habit tracker on green page. I feel like they stand out enough. Okay, and let's go ahead and stick this, since it's super nice and skinny, over here, because I need a super skinny one. Perfect. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. That's actually pretty much all the functional stuff. I wanted to get all that stuff on there so that it would help me set my color scheme. Let's pull. So now we can decorate. So a couple big quotes, hopefully clear black quotes, because I want the page to show through. And then I pulled my the coffee book. So I just basically pulled coffee cups out of all of these. And if I remember correctly, there were coffee cups in the Socialite book. So if we can find those, there they are. They should match. They're clear though. So I don't know how well they're going to show up. Let's go ahead and put this smaller one over here. Oh, I love it. Okay, and then question is, do I want coffee there and there? You know what, guys? I got some new, let's see, oops, I didn't put a washer on there yet. I need to put a washer on there. I could just use these littler coffee cups. I think these are from the Mom sticker book. Ooh, what about these though? These are kind of vintagey looking. These are from the, I think, Homebody. Yeah, Homebody. And I love how they're brown. They, let's use littler ones though. They look vintagey to me. Does that even show up? I think so. I can see it. Yeah. And let's put a plain one over here. There we go. Okay. So what else? I pulled some washi tape. So I didn't know for sure if I was going to use it or not. This washi tape is from a multi-pack that I got off, again, AliExpress. It was just a different colors of vintage washi, and it's got some, again, of this hand lettering on it, the cursive writing, and I thought I could potentially, if I can get it started, run this along the side here to bring more green across. I don't know though, is that too much? It's a little dark too. Did I have that color in a lighter? So here is my washi tape swatch book. I highly recommend you make one of these if you love washi tape. I put a strip of every washi tape I have in this book so that, here we go, so that I can see the colors. So I'm just wondering, this is the one I pulled, but I also have this lighter green. That might actually work better over here. Little bit more minimal. Let's do that. Let's pull that one. So, there it is. All right, I am going to go ahead. I rarely do this, but I am going to go ahead, I think. So the other washi tape I pulled is this one. I actually got this in Japan, in Tokyo, on my business trip. It's got this gorgeous, like, ombre foil to it, and I didn't know if, oh yeah, that shows up. Or I could put it, I was thinking I could put it over onto this page to try to pull the color across. Maybe I should do that instead of this, because I don't want to do both. It gets too boxy for me to put a lot of washi on both pages, and I don't know why I would want to cover that up. The question is, does that match or does this match? Now I'm kind of thinking this one matches better, even though I really love it. I could put this one across the top instead of along the spine. The problem is the printing on this is going in this direction, so I kind of feel like it should go vertically. Remembering that the discs are going to separate these two pages. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, even though it feels like a lot of green. I can write on the pages with brown or black, and that will help. So I'm actually going to offset it just a tiny little bit because I want a little bit of space in between my bullet points and the washi tape. I don't want it crowded. So if I offset it just a little bit, like to the edges of the punches, I can trim that. And I think it looks a little bit better that way. So I'm going to trim this and punch it. Two of my punches always get stuck. Okay, pretty good. I like it. I think once it's separated by the discs, it'll look okay. All right, so last but not least, I think I want to put a couple quotes down here. So I pulled a couple sticker books, and I might end up having to pull more, but I liked the rose gold quotes in this one. Plus, I didn't know if I would need some of the mint green. I pulled this one mostly because I thought of it having mint green in it. But it may not be the best for quotes, actually. I don't think it is. Because I don't think I want rose gold quotes. No, there are no big black quotes in there. What about this one? Look for beauty. So these are black and gold. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to switch gears. Alright, so I made a huge decision. Rather than finding my clear sticker quote, I'm going to hand letter. A couple months ago, I did a white on black spread where I hand lettered the word create, and I just absolutely loved it. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I have a Zig Fude Biori pen. You can find these all over the place. I completed my set though. Sometimes you can't find all the colors. I did find every single color they have on AliExpress. So if you love them, I fell in love with them. I wanted the full set of colors, and you can order them individually. So you can order whatever single color you want. Anyway, so I'm going to hand letter one big word across here. I couldn't think of a word I really wanted. I don't want to do create again. So I think I'm going to go with passion. So this is a nice, actually I'm going to switch to, I'm seeing the black lettering. And so I've got a couple different colors of brown here. I'm going to switch to the darker brown, I think. Mid brown or dark brown, just because it's okay if it looks almost black. I think it'll fit with these better. So I'm just going to hand letter in really big letters the word passion right across here. So deep breath, hold my pen up, got my slant. There we go. It's a tiny little bit off center, but I really like it. And I can even do a little flourish. There we go, to fill the space a little better. And that way I can totally see the paper through it. So I think that's it, you guys. I'm going to call it after that big brave step I just did. So let me show you how I'm going to put it in my planner. So for this side, the back side has this big green box. I don't know what I'm going to do starting on the 20th. I don't know what that theme is going to be yet. So I'm just going to put this 13th in over top of this 13th because I might want the green. I might want what's on the back of this page. I don't know yet. For this side though, I need to turn from this week's spread to this week's spread. So what we're going to do is just grab a piece of paper, anything to protect my desk. I'm going to go all the way around this with some tape runner, even in between the punches, because I really like to make sure they stay aligned well. All right, and then we're going to line this up. Let it fall, press it down. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. There is my dashboard social media planner for the week of September 13th through the 19th with a vintage monochromatic Asian theme. I hope you like this video. I hope it encourages you to think about what themes you want to do. You'd be surprised, you guys, how many themes come to me when I'm laying in bed trying to fall asleep, and I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to do that. So I hope you like this video. I hope it inspires you. If it does, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you.